Hey everybody, today is the last week of March, so kind of doing some spring cleaning here around the farm. And the good news is that we have decided to get some goats and some laying hens, some chickens this spring. So we need to find some place to put all those critters, and we have this woodshed, which as you can see is full of very old wood. It was actually stacked up full in here, and I've been sort of spending the weekend cleaning up and clearing things out. And it's very dusty and very dirty, but that's okay because we're getting there. And then my plan will be to somehow divide this room. It actually was a chicken coop, so it's got some great light, as you can see. There's two really nice windows here covered in chicken wire. And I don't know, I'm guessing it's about, I don't know, maybe 12 by 16. It's got an angled roof that's fairly low. It's probably only about 4.5 or 5 feet at the north end, which is perfect because we want to retain all our heat once winter comes along. But for now, the task is to get all of this very old wood, which has been stored in here for, I'm guessing, decades actually. The great thing is that all these little pieces that are cut here are the perfect length for my cook stove in the kitchen. I have a wood burning cook stove in the kitchen of the old farmhouse here. And these are all going to be great. They're super seasoned, they're super dry, so no worries about sort of getting a fire started with them. But like I said, it's taken a little bit of work to clean things out and clear things out. The other thing that we've sort of discovered is that there are probably 7 or 8 sheds on this property that, you know, we bought this property from homesteaders, from people who came from Ukraine almost 100 years ago, and they came with nothing. So it was very common for people to just, you know, save everything, save absolutely everything. So all of these sheds are full of wood scraps and metal scraps, and of course every nail and screw that you could salvage were put into a coffee can and saved. So a really cool thing happened on the weekend. We were building some shelving down in the basement to store all my canning supplies and my honey supplies, my jars of honey and my beekeeping supplies. And we did the entire shelving unit with reclaimed or upcycled lumber. Did not buy one new piece of lumber, which was kind of cool actually. I will tell you that doing a job like that is way more time consuming and way harder than going to the lumber store and buying what you need. But it's also really gratifying to see that you know, had nothing and you could make something out of it. So I'm going to be a little bit careful when it comes to cleaning out all the shed and all these big pieces. There's trim boards, there's cedar shakes, there's bamboo, there's old door frames, all kinds of stuff. And you know, I'm going to kind of pick through it, maybe cut up some of those pieces to use for firewood. And if there's some really nasty pieces like of metal, they will go to the landfill, unfortunately. But you know, I think it's worth it to sort of pick through and salvage what you can and save what you need. And then once it's all cleaned out, then the fun will start. We're gonna clean up all these boards, put some insulation in here, maybe even paint it, and make some really cool homes for our goats and our chickens here at Shell's Farm west of 7.